People are on edge everywhere, and that's including right here in Houston, where many families have loved ones caught in the middle of the conflict. This includes a local Jewish family whose son moved to Israel and has now been called to active duty. Sherman Chow spoke to his father, who has an unusual perspective. Sherman.
Yeah, he shared his deeply personal view as well as his broader worldview, and each perspective informs the other.
7,000 miles away, 22-year-old Ariel Schneider is at work. He was born and raised in Houston, but after a year abroad in Israel, decided to move there.
We did what he needed to do to become a dual citizen, and once he got his citizenship, they have compulsory army service. So he entered the army, did his army service, and he actually just got discharged just a month or two ago.
Dr. Andrew Schneider says his son, a reservist, was called to active duty one day after Hamas's surprise attack.
Beside ourselves with pride, but we're also beside ourselves with anxiety.
Israel is at war with Hamas.
Israel has to respond, and unfortunately or fortunately, depends on your perspective, my son's going to be involved in that response.
The U.S. labels Hamas as a terrorist organization. The militant group also the duly elected government in the Gaza Strip.
No, I feel Hamas does not represent the average Palestinian.
A 40-mile security fence separates Gaza and Israel.
One time when he was on active duty, my son was charged with guarding a hole in the fence. He said his job was when a Palestinian came through the hole in the fence, they were coming to look for work. They were coming to work. They just didn't want to wait at the checkpoint. He said, "Dad, the ones who are coming through the fence are not the bad guys. They just want to work."
According to Ariel, Palestinians skipping lines at official checkpoint entries try to sneak through the holes in the fence. And when the day laborers came on a Jewish holiday, he told them,
"But don't come today. There's no work. Everyone's off today." And the Palestinian said, "Oh, it's Yom Kippur." I don't think Hamas represents the average Palestinian, but unfortunately, Hamas has a very deep penetration in the Palestinian people too.
Dr. Schneider praying for a quick resolution, which he believes will be a continued forceful military response by Israel, and one, of course, that will include his son. Live here in Southwest Houston, Sherman Chow, KHOU 11 News.
We knew there would be Houston connections to this conflict. Sherman, thank you. We know the conflict is complex and it goes back decades. After World War II, Britain and the U.S. created Israel in what was then called Palestine. Hamas has long called for the annihilation of Israel. The militant group controls the Gaza Strip, which borders Egypt and Israel, while the Palestinian group Fatah controls most of the West Bank. It means Hamas does not represent all Palestinians, and its tactics are divisive even among Palestinians critical of Israel. We talked with someone at Houston's Palestinian American Cultural Center who says Israel has long mistreated Palestinians.
This is our daily experience. Since the beginning of this year, hundreds of Palestinians have died at the hands of the Israeli military. There are constant raids into the West Bank. There's continued expansion of settlements and contravention of international law. This is 3 generations we're talking about of Palestinians living under military rule. No right to vote, no right to freedom of movement, no right to access to resources. Look, you want this stuff to stop exploding? You gotta address the root cause.
The Palestinian American Cultural Center is hosting a protest for support of Palestine. That's Saturday at City Hall. We continue to follow these changing developments in this conflict. For the very latest updates, including what we know about Americans in Israel, head to KHOU.com.